What's up? This is the Dirty Heads, and you are watching Crave Online.
Summer is gone. My sweet summer is gone. Warm was the weather outside the day we met. Blue was the color of skies the day she left.
When we got signed to Warner Brothers, and it was before 2008, because that's finally when the album got released. It was 2006.
Six or
Early
yeah. 2007.
So we got signed to Warner Brothers and recorded the album. And in between recording the album and releasing it, the whole piracy thing happened. You know, the internet, people could figure out they could download stuff for free and all that. So Warner Brothers dropped us because they had to scramble and concentrate on the bands that they already had established. So we grew up as a band in this industry, you know, because you get signed to a major label and it's done, I'm gonna be rich and famous, and and then something happens and it's a whole new industry, and then you gotta figure out different ways.
My sweet summer is gone.
We just figured that we knew that touring and connecting with our fans works because other bands have done it. Dave Matthews, 311, Fish, all these bands that it doesn't matter if they have a song on the radio or if they're selling crazy albums, they still make money and have tons of fans and have a good lasting longevity and a long career because they're connected with their fans and they've been touring. So after that happened, we were just like, screw it. Music's gonna get out there, people are gonna get it, they're gonna buy it if they wanna support us, they're gonna download it either way, they're gonna get it. Let's just concentrate on touring and connecting with our fans. Was there a song that was more difficult to record than the rest of them?
No, there's definitely songs that took more time, I would say, just because of all the extra drums and instruments that we did put on it than radio or something like that.
Or Medusa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there were songs that we Medusa and Radio when we got in with Super Dupes. That was I think we got 2 songs in one session. That was fun, it was just, it all just came out. And then there was other songs that production-wise we were working on out in Sonic Ranch. And I think we got really lucky. I think this album is very meant to be. I think things happen for a reason. Personally, I was going into this album knowing that we were gonna do something different. So I thought it was gonna be kind of hard. I thought we were gonna either internally butt heads or butt heads with the producers because it was gonna be something new. And it was the exact opposite. It was just fun and everybody's had an open mind, and it kind of really came a lot easier and more enjoyable than I think we all thought it was gonna be.
We were pretty much on the same page as far as the way that we wanted to go with the record and different stuff. No one was ever like, no, that's not us, that's not what we do. It's no, let's just try it. We tried everything, and it came out pretty good. I think, at least.
Yeah.
That's all we wanted.
You can only do your best,
Yeah.
Working with Be Real and Tech Nine was awesome. Unfortunately, we didn't get to actually be in the studio with them when they recorded it, but I grew up listening to Cypress Hill, and I remember in high school going to the Smoke Out, and the Cypress Hill was just so cool. So we were doing the song Franco-Eyed, and he just seemed perfect for it. And we have a good relationship with him and their camp, and we got a hold of him, and he was down to do it, and he killed it.
There's so much eclectic music that we listen to, from John to me to Duddy to Dave to Matt. On the tour bus, there's so much different styles of music. But when we got with Niles, and he had that style beat, and there was those EDM and those dance elements in it, but it was still very Dirty Heads to us. We were okay with that because I think we have a very hip-hop mentality when it comes to kind of on to the next. We don't want to get stuck in certain style, and we want to keep evolving and kind of look into the future and doing things that are original, which I think hip-hop does a lot. There's a lot of trends in hip-hop, from 90s to now, and then there was the trap stuff now, and then there was the Screwed and Chopped stuff a couple years ago coming out of Dallas. It's there's all these trends, and the classic dudes in hip-hop, I think they take little parts of that, but they make it their own, and then they're on to the next, and whatever is cool next year, or let's reinvent ourselves. Let's not worry about what other people are doing, let's take what other people are doing, but still make it our own. And we kind of want to do that. We want to come out with an album that people might not understand, but in 5 years from now, people are gonna be like, oh, we should do what the Dirty Heads are doing.
Got the grinder out and shred at the dough. Now it's time to get kinetic. We headed for vertical travel. You're like never before. Me and the women
What is it about Sound of Change that kind of locked in the identity of this record for you?
Well, it was one of the first songs we wrote starting this album, and we didn't really have anything written yet. We didn't really have any direction, and we just got with our buddy Rome. He had just built a little studio in his house, and we're like, oh, let's just go over and let's just start throwing some ideas around, maybe write a song. And Sound of Change was the second one we did, and we were just like, wow, this is really cool. This is bigger, and we're just on to something new here. Let's go with this. Let's just run with it, and let's just try something new and step out of our comfort zone a little bit. And then I think Jared was like, what if we just called the album Sound of Change? And we just really kind of tried to make this bigger, more hip hop, more like, we have 3 albums that you can go listen to at the beach and relax, and more of just like a nighttime, more party album. And so it kind of set the vibe.
I see you've been chasing your monsters and they've been driving you bonkers.
Why is the summer tour going to be the best summer tour to go out and see this summer?
In the world?
In the world?
Ever?
Because Pepper's playing, Air is playing, we got a new album out, Air has some new music out, and I think as a whole, that ticket is pretty bonkers, you know?
Yeah, and we're playing some of the coolest venues too.
Hands down.
In the country.
Yeah. We get to play bigger venues because, we are bringing out other bands that are helping us with that, and it's cool to see that growth and to have friends like Pepper, and instead of playing, like 3 or 4 small venues in Colorado, we get to play Red Rocks. That's like dream come true for us, So yeah, the venues are gonna be cool. We're gonna be playing a shit ton of new music, but we're not that band. We're not gonna just play the new album. We know how that is. We've been to shows of bands that we like, and they only play the new album, and you're like, what the fuck, Van Morrison?